The word on the stream is that a record number of salmon are headed this way.
But be sure to plan your trip accordingly.
Man down!
Unlike this guy right here, to make the most out of your Alaskan adventure. I grew up here fishing in Alaska, and whether it be backcountry wheeler riding or a wild flight into your favorite fishing spot, I can tell you that one thing's for sure: timing is everything.
So,
Because the tide waits for no man,
I've taken the time to compile a short list of
key run times and events that are happening around the peninsula in Alaska, so you have your best shot at getting on the fish.
Topping the list at number 1 is salmon trolling. This is done from a boat year-round, can be used to target all species of salmon here in Alaska, and is one of the most fun types of fishing.
Where are you fishing at today?
Seward, Alaska. Oh, he's right there.
Pony Cove is the name of this spot here, just 30 miles out of Seward down Resurrection Bay. You can get out to this spot by boat and get on some silver salmon, king salmon, and also sockeye salmon out here. Early May and June, lots of sockeye salmon and lots of silver salmon showing up in these parts out in Pony Cove.
That's a silver.
That's a sockeye. That's a sockeye.
Driftwood Park's located just outside of Seward, Alaska. Can be reached by a boat, and there are many charter businesses that take their clients out here. And as long as you have your hook in the water, whether you're trolling or mooching, the silver salmon bite here is usually great, and it can be a really fun day trip if you're ever in the area. And if you are in the area, consider doing the Silver Salmon Derby. It's held every August annually and can yield large cash prizes, so be sure to check that out.
Homer Derby. 3 minutes left. Got one on.
The Homer Winter King Derby is extremely popular and can yield huge cash prizes, so take a look at it and have some fun if you get in.
1 minute left. Woo, woo.
Offshore fishing can be done year-round out of Homer. There are many charters offering this service to go out on a day trip and catch salmon. However, you don't always have the time or even access to a boat. So let's talk about some shore fishing opportunities, starting with the king salmon, which begin mid-May on the Coho River. We're all standing here watching and waiting for the first guides to catch the fish, and we'll know it's time to go down there and cast in and get hooked up on one of these hatchery king salmon that they have stocked in this river. This starts the beginning of May, bait opens mid-May, and you can catch these fish for the next couple of months.
Oh my
And a good
goodness.
shore fishing spot is the Crooked Creek Campground, located down Coho Loop Road in Kasilof. Another fishing spot for king salmon is going to start during Memorial Day weekend, and it's just a weekend fishery for 3 weeks. They'll allow you to fish for the kings on the Ninilchik River. Again, this is just a hatchery only program, but can yield nice 15-20 pound king salmon, and it can be a real good time to get out and try your luck on the river. With the king salmon being limited and the majority of people showing up a little bit later in the summer, let's jump over and start talking about some sockeye salmon fishing. And to start the season off, you're going to be up in the mountains at the Russian River. The Russian River starts counting their fish mid-June, and I've been there when the fish start coming in, and it's pretty accurate. So check out the Russian River and always read the regs because they're constantly changing. But this spot here is one of the most fascinating and amazing things you can go do when you want to see wild Alaskan salmon swimming up into a waterfall at the top of the Russian River and watching all the bears get in there and have a good time. About the same time as the Russian gets its run of salmon, the Kasilof River starts picking up its first sockeye salmon of the season. The guide boats are in full force this time of year, and mid-June you'll be able to find limits of sockeye as well as loads of wildlife in the area. As everything comes alive in June, the sun is up, the solstice is happening, and everything's blooming as big as it gets here in Alaska. But those long sunny days have a dramatic effect on the glaciers. The river's waters rise and it pushes those sockeye salmon up into the big Kenai River. This river here boasts some of the largest runs of sockeye on the entire planet, and there are many public access points that fishermen can walk right up to and fish at, such as some of my favorite are the Soldotna parks, including Centennial Park right here next to the bridge in Soldotna. This park has a campground in it. Right here on the left's that campground, and all these RV spots will take you down to these really cool fishing areas. It just makes it super convenient if you're sitting right here cooking your fish that you caught right down there. So what a treat, what a treat. Let's keep going. And also a boat launch, so you can put your boat in and you can see the fish cleaning tables here. These have running water and really handy for when you got to clean your catch at the end of the day. Right there, just like that. Taking all the slime, all the scales, all the sea lice, anything you don't want touching your meat right off the fish. And throw them in the cooler and fillet them, and then you're on your way. The peak of the Sockeye Salmon run on the Kenai River is in July. Woo-hoo-hoo! There's July. Traffic all the way across that bridge. Coming all the way through. All the way up the hill. Oh my goodness. Usually the third week of July, you'll see the huge numbers come in on the fish count. And you can just bet that when you see any amount over 60,000 a day going in the river, every single fishing spot should be picking up fish. The landings will be picking up fishermen and the combat fishing will begin. So just keep in mind that everyone's here just trying to have a good time, chasing down those fish and trying to catch their limit and live out that Alaskan dream that they've been planning for so long. Sun's out, fish are in.
What are they biting on, Ryan?
Well, I'm fresh out of coon shrimp, so I'm using a Russian River fly today. And they're hitting it like every time. It's working good. So, you know, go with what you know. Go with what you know. If you do have any more questions, feel free to email me. Because when the fish are running, there's no time to waste. You might want some one-on-one consultation. Visit our store at alaskasmallcraftadventures.com, and you can get on a phone line with me, one-on-one, and we can talk about your adventures here in Alaska. There we go. It's a humpy. Oh, no. Man, you're kidding me. It is a humpy. Look at that. Look at that. My first pink salmon of the year. That thing's awesome. Check that out. Oh man, gorgeous, gorgeous little humpy. I'm gonna let her go though. Send her back home. Woo! Awesome. Yeah, guys. If you haven't already, be sure to check out my channel's videos. There are several on the area, especially on the Kenai River. I have where to fish videos, and I go through several Soldotna parks, and I go to where all the public access points are. Most of them are for free, so it's a valuable resource for you. If you're able to sit down and watch some of these videos, you might be able to learn something and get out there and do some DIY fishing and find success on the river. Just right off the highway here at the Soldotna Visitor Center, there's this little map and directory that shows you 65 sites that residents deem to be the best places to view wildlife. So you're looking at caribou, all kinds of birds, the salmon, of course, if you want to spot some seals. But if you guys check this out right here, it shows you, we're right here in Soldotna. Anchorage is up this way. This is the Russian River, and then you head towards the mouth of the Kenai out here. And then all of these indicate what these spots are, but check that out. Plenty of places to run into and do some hiking and wildlife viewing. Beautiful day in the neighborhood. Here we are, guys, starting out at the Visitor Center this year. Check this out, heading down this trail. Take a look at this Soldotna Bridge. And that's the Sterling Highway. You can see these boats, everyone heading down to Homer. Gonna go get themselves some halibut. You guys want to get on one of those? Surely have a good time. But sometimes those charter boats are kind of expensive, and you just want to get out there. Just a couple miles offshore is all you need, and you don't need much of a boat to get there, and you can get set up. And here's a great spot just south of Soldotna, Ninilchik. But right now, as we leave Ninilchik Point, you guys, is right there. We just went out of the Deep Creek boat launch. Right here's the Anderson Hill Bluff with the tower on it. And as we head this way, we're looking at the Happy Valley Falls right down there. And then that furthest point you can see down there, that's Anchor Point. And then right around Anchor Point would be Homer. So we're gonna fish this inlet today and see what we can bring up. As far as I know right now, halibut's only closed during January, so if you can handle the weather and you can make it out onto the water, you know what, you can catch halibut nearly year-round here, but we do reserve it mostly for a summertime activity. Because the halibut have a taste for those salmon as well, they mostly fill up the inlet during the summertime months. Once the anchor hits the bottom, you want to back up off of it a little bit and let some of the scope out. That way the anchor's not just straight down below the boat, it's actually out there a ways as the tide's pushing on us. Like that? All right, we'll cleat it off. Got these nice big herring. Right? Super nice. Halibut love eating these herring. And put those on those hooks and send it down. Just south down there below us is Homer, and straight through is the wide open Gulf. And here's to it, everybody. Good luck this year, be safe, and have some fun. Woo! You guys see it down there?
Oh yeah, nice little putt.
Oh yeah, halibut in the house. All right. Look at that guy.
Barely hooked in the lip.
Oh, barely hooked right there. There he
Say
goes.
Goodbye.
Woo!
Alright.
All right, the bite's on. Bite's on. Got to keep that bait down there. You want to keep the scent trail running out behind your boat. They start swarming that scent, and they'll just keep piling on and piling on. Let these little ones go. Catch one of those nice 30, 40 pounders down there. So let's do it. There we go. Yeah! Yes! Look at that. Look at that. Look at that gaff shot.
Yeah, dude.
I'm more impressed with the gaff shot than the fish. That's 30 tacos all day.
Yeah.
All right. There's the light side. And check that guy out. Yeah.
Pretty good
Yeah.
bite there.
Pretty much bite the whole time. So yeah, it was fair, I would say. I enjoyed it. We were losing bait the whole time.
Where'd you go? Come on.
Out there in the water.
Out in the water. Little follow me here.
July 1st marks the beginning of Lingcod season here, fishing the North Gulf Coast, either out of Seward or Homer. You can get on Lingcod out there. As long as you get in those Gulf waters and fish those rock pinnacles, Lingcod are sure to be around. They like to live on those ledges down deep, coming out to attack those big baits and jigs that you drop down. This is a really strenuous and active style of fishing, so make sure you get lots of rest before you go out on the water and try to get on some lingcod. In the mouth. Nice! Bring that thing in here. Oh, watch yourself, watch yourself. Woo! Watch yourself, watch yourself. Yeah. Sure, fun fighting fish. Speaking of fun fighting fish, silver salmon season starts popping off here once the sockeye clear out of the river. It's time to hit those islands at Swiftwater Park and on the Kenai River for those cohos. They start coming in August and they run through the end of September. You can pick them up all along the peninsula, and all the streams start filling up with their coho runs. At the end of the summertime, this will be the last salmon running in for us. and we spend our chilly mornings out here working on catching that first bite. That's what it's all about when you're coho fishing. They love fishing the light, and they also like running in with other types of salmon. You'll get the pink salmon this time of year, late in the season, after the sockeye are finished running. Those coho and those pink salmon come in, and remember, the pink salmon only come in on the even years. Around here, you won't find as many on the odd years as you do on the even years.
Salmon. Oh, they're making us work, aren't they? These guys right here, they call them humpies. Look at this thing. Oh, look at that hump. Oh, check that thing out. Send it back. Then he's on. Looks like he's on a good fish too. That thing is running way upstream. Ooh, look at these little guys. Vinny's on. That's that fish right there we were looking for.
Man, look at that.
Look at that beauty. Oh man. Oh ho ho ho.
Yeah, dude.
Oh ho ho.
Yeah.
There's that fish, Vinny. That's what we're after.
Alaska Smallcraft Adventures.
Woo!
And how about that? Catching a coho like that from the bank. Woo! Fish like that are what dreams are made of. And if you're still trying to put together your dream of coming up here and doing some Alaska fishing, I sure wish you the best of luck. And if you need any help finding out where those fish are, drop me a line. Until then, take care, guys, and have a great day.